Hey, what's up everybody? John here, and it is a beautiful Saturday morning, and I am back in the garden. This is just going to be a short update today because today's my birthday and I don't have a whole lot of time, so let's get started. Okay, so if you've been keeping up and been watching the videos, then you know that it took a while for a lot of the things to come up. I don't know, it's something about this year, the weather, I don't know what it is, but it took a while for some things to grow. And when they started to grow, they really started to grow real good. One of the things I was really excited about was the squash and the zucchini. And you have seen that we had some that we were ready to harvest, and we harvested them. And last week I was real excited because the plants looked good and we had fruit on the vines, and we were going to have some good stuff. But just after finishing the video last week, we found something on the zucchini. We found some squash vine borers, and between Kelly and I, we spent a couple hours or so taking a knife, cutting vertically into the stalk and the stem and the just the branches, or whatever they're called, of the zucchini plants. And we found a dozen or so little grubs that were in the plant. And so let me show you. This was a pot with 2 zucchini plants. Last week it was huge, and now there's total devastation. It's not going to recover. I mean, that leaf looks okay, but underground it's just dying away, and it's just super disappointing because there was a lot of promise of some really nice zucchini. And these two don't look as bad, but I mean, you can tell that's not going to bounce back. But it put on a blossom, and there is some new leaf opening. So I don't know. These 2 plants, maybe they will do something, but in the afternoons, they look almost this bad. So they pop back up in the mornings overnight and look decent, but that's kind of how it goes with the squash vine borer. It gets in it gets into the plant itself, the little moth or whatever. It lays its eggs down at the ground, and then as the eggs hatch out, then the larvae, whatever it is, they actually bore into the plant stems, and that's why it's called a borer. And then it gets up into the hollow stem, and it kills it. And so we try to take measures. We did the best we could. It's our first time messing with it and trying to take care of that problem, and so it's something that we will learn from. Probably not going to get any zucchini. We did get a couple. So what do? You live and learn. Anyhow, let's take a look at some of the rest of the stuff in the garden real quick. So here are the squash plants. I think Kelly found some in the squash as well, but these plants are surviving much better than the zucchini. So I don't know. A little squash, it perplexes me. I don't know. I guess we'll find out if it keeps growing and producing, or if it eventually will wilt away like the zucchini. Okay, so there's a lot of things in the garden that I'm just excited about because I like to see the growth. I just think it's cool. But the one plant that I'm probably the most excited about is the jalapeno peppers. Look at this. We got 2, 3, 4, 5, a whole lot of hangy downs and a little pepper in the bottom. So we're going to be having some spice before too long. And then of course our bell peppers here. Little bitty peppers. Super exciting. I just love seeing stuff grow. Right in there. So this is the carnival bell pepper, and this was the right stuff. The tomato plants are looking good, although we've been dealing with, let's see if I can find this. You see the bottom of that tomato? That's called blossom end rot, and we think probably is a lack of calcium, so we're gonna grab some stuff today probably so that we can put in the soil down at the bottom of the plant and hopefully reintroduce some calcium to some of the plants so that that blossom end doesn't rot like that. It's disappointing whenever you got a good group of tomatoes growing and they all just get that black end. So we're gonna see what we can do today. And we've taken a couple of cuttings from the lettuce in the last couple of weeks, but it is growing thick. The stuff that we cut out gave room for the other to actually grow, and this down here, this one's actually starting to look like a head of romaine. So there, it was just planted real thick and we never thinned it out. So here you go. This is our lettuce. The cucumbers, man, let me tell you, these short plants, like I've said, is the pickling cucumber. The tall plants are the slicing and eating cucumber. Let's see. Right there. That cucumber, that's ready to pick probably. Last night it was not. These things grow so stinking fast. Find this little baby cucumber right there. So we probably excuse me, we probably have 20 so far of these pickling cucumbers in the fridge, and there are just flowers and little baby cucumbers all over underneath the leaves, and man, we're gonna be overrun by them, and that's okay. And then the big ones here. So last week I showed you one that was really long. So this week we harvested 2 of the large cucumbers. The very first one we harvested was 14.5 inches long, and the second one we harvested the next day was 12 inches. And so they grow super fast. They were growing like up to 2 inches in a day, and now we have others that are on the vine that are going to be ready to pick soon. So if this one here grows as fast as the other 2 were growing, in probably 3 or 4 days, that's going to be ready to go. And there's little baby cucumbers all over this thing. So both cucumber plants, at least both varieties, they're just about to explode. And so that's exciting whenever you're growing a garden. Whatever it is that you have, you think, oh, it's not going to do anything. It's not doing anything. When is it going to start doing something? And then all of a sudden, bam, it just starts to put on, and at some point, I don't know that we'll be able to keep up. So stay watching. Right there is something you want to see in your garden. It's one of the beneficial bugs, a ladybug. Our cantaloupe, man, like 3 weeks ago, little bitty, super tiny, and it decided, okay, I'm gonna grow, and look at that. So we're not having any blossoms or anything yet. It's still gonna be a bit maybe, but super exciting. Here we go, getting some cantaloupe growing. Look at that, standing up tall. Those are beans, down on the ground, that is spaghetti squash, and all this is really starting to take over the bed and super full. Plants, vines are growing together here across the string. If we hadn't put this string up here, we would it would be a mess because it just grows out everywhere, and we may have to figure out another solution and grab some more stakes or something. Cabbages are still looking good. We're going to be harvesting a few of them, really this one, and that one, probably next week. And we've got one down in this corner we're going to harvest probably the week after, along with probably that one and that one also. And there's a sign that our soil is healthy. That's what they say anyway, when you got toadstools or mushrooms that are growing up in it. I think that's so cool. The strawberry plants are starting to take over, and that's a good thing. These tomatoes over here, the tomatoes are still growing. This plant, yeah, I don't know. I don't think that one's gonna do too good. I think it's gonna play itself out. But these plants got top heavy, and so little tip, get some hose and tie up your plants. It's softer than twine. Let's look at that. What do you see? I see orange tomatoes, almost red, almost ready to be picked. As well as those right there. We're about to harvest our first tomatoes. I like tomatoes better than I like cucumbers. Still not a big fan, but if all these tomatoes make, we're probably going to be having some sauce or something, and I really like tomato sauce. So let's take a really quick look here at our onion beds. After we took the covers off, I don't know if it gave it more light, more sunshine, but they are really starting to do good. They're really taking off. Another one of those things that we thought was not going to happen, but it is. So that's exciting. Well, okay, y'all. That's going to wrap it up for this week's update. Like I said, it's not very long because it's my birthday and I got stuff that I got to do. Probably gonna get out and about here in a little while, go shopping, gonna get me some stuff, and later on Kelly and I are gonna meet family and we're gonna probably grab a steak. And so I gotta get off here, finish this up, and do some editing so that I can get the video put out. But you guys, I really appreciate you taking time to actually watch the videos. I know that I put a lot of videos out of different kinds, and I mean, I enjoy doing this, and so if you enjoy watching it, would you hit the like button and subscribe to my channel? Even go ahead and ring the notification bell so that you will know whenever I put out new videos. But I'm gonna keep making videos. If I only have 2 people watch it, me and my wife, hey, we have videos that we can go back and watch and have a timeline of the garden or whatever the videos are. We have something to look back on. So, but anyway, leave me a comment down below on what you think about the garden. If you have any tips, if you have any struggles that you're dealing with that are similar to our, sorry, I got distracted. There's a helicopter somewhere. Anyway, sorry. But yeah, you guys, like I said, I really appreciate it. And you guys have a You guys have a great rest of your day, whatever day it is that you are watching this, and I will see you next time.